I need to upload a few more long videos, and I found some of these old toy unboxing videos. I made them a long time ago, but I haven't uploaded them yet. Looks like right now is a good time to get those videos all uploaded. I hope you enjoy! Today, we are going to add 3 more dolls to our channel. Madeline Hatter, Bunny Blanc, and CA Cupid from Ever After High. They will be joining Cerise, Dexter, Ginger, and Lizzie, who already appeared in many of our episodes. We visited Wonderland so many times, and it seems like Madeline Hatter is a great addition to the show. She's, after all, the daughter of Mad Hatter. Ever After High characters are used in my shows to complement other Disney dolls. Madeline Hatter, straight from the famously mad world of Wonderland, the always happy Madeline Hatter, or Maddie as her friends call her, puzzles out puzzles, talks in riddles, and is the best friend a fairy tale could wish for. This merry trickster always stays crazy true to herself. Maddie loves her destiny as the mad host of tea parties, but she's also excited about a future full of endless possibilities. Madeline comes with a teacup hat and a kettle, and look, 2 spoons for earrings. I guess she's always ready to have a tea party anytime. Her dress has a beautiful golden embossing. She has polka dot leggings and beautiful pair of white and gold shoes. She also comes with a little story. I'll read it for you at the end, after I finish opening up all of the dolls. What magic touch makes you special? I can pull anything out of my hat of many things. School books, tea sets, white rabbits, they're all in there somewhere. Does anything make you shout, "Oh, curses"? Well, everyone thinks I'm mad, so nobody believes me when I tell them that I can see into the future. What's your storybook romance status? I'm waiting to have tea with the boy who loves madness as much as me. What's your favorite subject at school? Chemistry. I love making potions that make you grow or shrink. What about your least favorite subject? Debate. If more people spoke in riddles, maybe I'd do better. Who are your favorite friends till the end? Raven Queen and Cedarwood. Though in truth, I like everybody. We opened up the rabbit hole a few times, but the white rabbit didn't always appear in the show. And then when I found this doll, I thought, wouldn't it be nice if there is a face to this gatekeeper of Wonderland? White Rabbit is an interesting story facilitator because she's friends with almost everyone in Wonderland, and she seems running late all the time. Bunny Blanc. She's late. She's late! She's not in a rush at all. Chilled out, laid back, and never stressed. Bunny is the future royal herald of Wonderland, but she knows that it's best to take your time and look before you leap. Maybe that's because even when the clock is ticking, she always winds up where she needs to be, and always on time. Bunny is just lucky like that. Must be her 2 rabbit's feet. Bunny comes with 2 bunny ears and a hat, a pocket watch, a fur-outlined dress, and a black and white knee-length boot. And if you look closely, there is an hourglass in her shoes. What is your secret heart's desire? No matter what rabbit holes life takes me down, I always make time for the people I care about. What magic touch makes you special? I can change from a human to a rabbit and back again whenever I want. Does anything make you shout, "Oh, curses"? Actually, I have no sense of direction, but I always arrive at my destination on time, so it's all good. What's your storybook romance status? I only have eyes for Alistair Wonderland. It's heartbreaking that he sees me as just a friend. What's your favorite subject at school? Music. As Royal Herald, I love playing jazzy melodies on my horn. What about your least favorite subject? Geography. Who needs maps? Eventually, you'll wind up exactly where you're supposed to be. Who are your best friends till the end? All us Wonderlandians stick together, but I'm closest to Alistair Wonderland and Lizzie Hart. And next, I got CA Cupid because I can foresee a comedy with this character. With her Cupid's arrows, she could potentially make everything worse or everything comical. So I think I can make another series surrounding CA Cupid and what she does with her arrows. Anyway, her story is planned somewhere far down the road, so watch out for that. This is a birthday party themed CA Cupid, so she doesn't come with her bow and arrows. So that's a little disappointment, but no matter, I can make one for her. She comes with a pair of wings, a ribbon, cake boxes, and a pair of cupcake-themed shoes. She would fit in perfectly in Madeline's tea party. What is your secret heart's desire? While I do love guiding people to their special someone, it's about time I include myself among those deserving of love. What magical touch makes you special? Everyone knows my Cupid's arrow can make a person fall in love, but my real magic is helping people listen to their heart. What is your storybook romance status? Dexter Charming set my heart aflutter, but I'm having such a hard time letting him know my true feelings. Does anything make you shout, "Oh, curses"? I'm such a terrible shot with my bow and arrow. It's so not me. What is your favorite subject? Mythology. You have to know where you came from before you can know where you're going. What is your least favorite subject? Crownculus. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Not everything can be solved with an equation. Who are your best friends till the end? Applewhite, Raven Queen, and everyone in between with an open heart. So as promised, let's read that storybook for Madeline Hatter and find out a little bit more about her. A new orientation. Hey diddle diddle, I have a riddle from Madeline Hatter to you. Madeline is me, or Maddie for short, but also for tall people too. Translated from Riddlish? Hi, my name is Maddie. Do you want to hear a riddle? What can you do with your mind and half of your heart? What makes music in your purse and is not the same from the start? Give up? The answer is change. It's a word most fairy tales don't like too much. They usually like to do the same thing over and over again. Red Riding Hood always wonders why Grandma's teeth are so big. Goldilocks always eats baby bear's porridge. And my dear dad, the Mad Hatter of Wonderland, always has a riddle-filled tea party with a puzzlingly normal girl named Alice. As the children of these legends, we go to Ever After High. But we don't just go to school, we live, eat, and sleep there. The headmaster says we need to master reliving our parents' stories or following our destinies. That's all dandy-candy to me. My destiny is fantastic. But my best friend till the end, Raven Queen, wasn't so lucky. Her mom is the wicked evil queen. And Raven's just wicked awesome. It's so sad. I'd want to hang up my hat too if my legacy was to be the bearer of poison apples. But there I go, putting the cup before the kettle. Let me start from the start. Chapter 1. Every year before the first day of school, Headmaster Grimm requests that all students attend a week of orientation. Of course, it's mandatory, but he likes to be polite. This year is special. On Legacy Day, we were to unlock the storybook of legend and pledge to follow our parents' fabled footsteps. I couldn't wait to throw my first Wonderland tea party. Of course, there was the small problem that they sealed the portal back home. Apparently, the Queen of Hearts lost a few cards from her deck and became the Queen of Crazy. Wonderland was declared too dangerous. This made Princess Lizzie Heart terribly upset, which is a shame. Lizzie is really a sweetheart, even though she's always shouting off with this and off with that. Anyway, we all gathered in the Charmitorium for our book-to-school assembly. I always found the seats in the Charmitorium too uncomfortably rigid. The royal students have comfy lounge thrones in the top-level balcony, but that's another story. I dug through my magic hat for a seat cushion when I saw something strange. A dark room filled with spider webs. I knew right away I was having a vision. It happens from time to time. You see, the world is so crazy. that I sometimes see through the madness and into the future. It's really fun and exciting, especially since I never know when it's going to happen. Unfortunately, nobody ever believes me for some reason. Oh well, inside the dark room was a crackled mirror. And not just any mirror. The magic mirror. Silky fog started slipping out when the mirror suddenly looked right at me and spoke one word. Raven! The vision suddenly ended and I was back in the charmitorium. I tried to tell Raven what I saw, but she just looked sad and confused. Maybe the headmaster gave his usual speech about embracing your destiny? Or maybe I spoke in Riddlish again? You know about Riddlish, right? It's the riddle language of Wonderland. I sometimes forget that non-Wonderlandians just hear it as a mad babbling. Chapter 2. Madeline Hatter. Professor Rumpelstiltskin loudly squeaked my name. I joined the tour group with my friend Sitter, Blondie, and Kitty Cheshire. Kitty is from Wonderland too. She smiles all the time, even when she's annoyed, which seems to be all the time. Despite what she might tell people, Kitty and I are great friends. Oh, godmother, it's Maddie. Tell me, can I ever rid myself of you? I love her riddles. Let's see. Read myself? Kitty vanishes when she gets bored. Things that are boring are dull. And it's of me. She knows I love riddles. That's it. You read dull with riddles. You riddle with riddles. Good one, Kitty. At first, she sighed, but then perked up and scribbled on a piece of paper. One more riddle for Maddie. She gave me the drawing of a monster smashing a town. What's this worth to you? Oh, Kitty, that's too easy. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And where's the best place to find words? The library. I dashed to find the answer as Kitty roared with laughter. I'll show her. She can't outriddle me. Chapter 3. I love when the unexpected happens. Like, I expected the librarian to help, but all she did was shush me. So I flipped through the encyclopedia of monsters and history of villages and the beasts that destroyed them. But they were more disturbing than helpful. Right when I was going to give up, I heard a knocking coming from the distance. There was something familiar about it. It wasn't a knock that said, "Hello, I'm at the door." No, it was more like, "Find me if you can." I love hide and go seek. I also love knock-knock jokes. This was two goodies wrapped into one. Just as I was about to start, the librarian kicked me out. No problem. See you tomorrow, I knocked back. Chapter 4. The sign on my dorm door said Raven was my roommate. Yay! She's felt so cursed lately, I couldn't wait to cheer her up with an epic Maddie tea party. I unpacked my best teapot, and when Raven opened the door, she gleefully sang my name. I gave her a big hug and bigger cup of tea, then asked about her day. She rolled her eyes and puffed her cheeks. While I was knocking around, she was on a tour with the other fairy tale villains. Apparently, they worship that she's the next evil queen. What a fairy fail! But I know what makes Raven say, "Hex yeah!" She loves this Wonderland game called If I Didn't. It's a rhyming game where you imagine how to turn something dully ordinary into something else wonderfully extraordinary. Raven started our game with, "If I didn't sleep in a bed, I imagined some place soft and cozy to sleep. I know, I would nap in a warm bed." It was my turn. I wanted something to make Raven smile. Oh, duh, of course. If I didn't have to be the evil queen. Raven had trouble with this one, almost like she couldn't find a rhyme for queen. After a minute of thinking, she whispered, "I don't know." Yes, victory is mine. Ha! I win Raven! Let's play again. I wish I still lived with Raven. Too bad Headmaster Grimm let Apple White switch dorms to be her new roommate. Chapter 5. I awoke to the sound of knocking. I knocked back. Ready or not, here I come. I followed the knocking back to the library. This must be how Hansel and Gretel felt following the breadcrumbs. When I went past the back office, I hit a wall, but it was a secret door wall. I knocked. I found you. Now let me in. With a flash, I went from the school library to a maze filled with dusty old books. The knocking was much louder in here. Hallway after hallway, I twisted, wound, and rounded until finally I walked into an office with the books scattered all over, and the bearded man knocking on his desk. And imagine my surprise when he spoke Riddleish. Tapping 2 ways trickle down, onto 2 fickle upside frown. Translation, I'm so happy someone finally heard my knocking call. I grinned. White night sunshine, a place, a face, I have mine. Translation, hello, what's your name? A top, a crown, a whistle, steam. A book so sad, but does not dream. Translation, you must be the daughter of the Mad Hatter. I'm the master librarian Giles Grimm. Librarian Grimm was cursed with the Babel spell and locked in the vault of lost tales. Now he's searching for the spell to break the curse. Then it dawned on me. Raven knows about spells. I told him, but he looked worried. Most people do. You'd think the daughter of the evil queen would be good at magic, but her spells usually backfire. That, and people assume she's mean, just because of who her mom is. She's really nice, I reassured him. She doesn't even want to be the evil queen. Suddenly, Librarian Grimm shot out of his chair and said that I must bring Raven to him. He had something to tell her. Chapter 6. I searched all over for Raven. Finally, when there was nowhere else to look, I went back to the library, and there she was. What luck! I tried to tell her what happened, but she couldn't understand. Maybe I was speaking Riddleish again? So I just took her to the Vault of Lost Tales. When I brought her to Librarian Grimm, he slammed the book he was reading. Flipping flapjacks, ripping rust, cutting corners dawn to dust. I'm frustrated. How long until I find the spell I need? I approached him. Horseshoes, clovers, rabbit's feet. Feathers, friends, we share a seat. Translation, lucky for you. Raven and I are here to help you. The next bit of Riddleish was a jumble, but when he pointed at Raven, I'm pretty sure he meant, listen, daughter of the evil queen, destiny is a myth. If you pledge on Legacy Day to rewrite your own destiny, everyone will be free to choose their own happily ever after. Terrific! It's everything Raven always wanted. She doesn't have to be the evil queen. Nobody had to follow their parents' stories, not even me. Wait a spell. Not even me? I love that I get to be the next Mad Hatter. The tea parties, the riddle games, the fun with talking bunnies. Oh well, I'll worry about that later. Raven finally has hope, and right now she needs a happily ever after. Bunny Blanc. Time is on my side. There was a time when I wondered if my destiny was right for me. Every white rabbit before me was so anxious about being late, but I never have been. No matter what time I leave, I always show up on time. Maybe I'm just lucky. I never stress about being late. After thinking about it, being the white rabbit has nothing to do with the ticks on a pocket watch. It's about getting the Wonderland story started. I used to love my role before the evil queen cursed Wonderland, threatening all the fairy tales, and magically locking every rabbit hole, and the looking glass gate from Wonderland to the land of ever after. Although some of my friends escaped, I was left behind. Eventually, a secret way into ever after appeared. Like I said, I think I'm just lucky. I reunited with my friends. However, I can't go back to Wonderland. So I enrolled at Ever After High, where all fairy tales learn to follow their destinies. As for returning to Wonderland, well, I know that's only a matter of time. Chapter 1. Even though I was new to the school, I was involved in extracurricular activities. I ran track and field, played horn in the band, and joined the Royal Student Council. I was put on a committee with Briar Beauty, Justine Dancer, and Hopper Croakington II to plan the next big school party. We could plan the biggest page ripper in history, said Justine, daughter of the 12th dancing princess. But could someone wake up Briar? Briar kept dozing off in her chair. Hopper poofed into a frog and said, "Alas, only true love's kiss may awaken Sleeping Beauty. Even asking her on a date would make me tongue-tied." That gave me an idea for the party. What if we flipped the script and the girls asked the boys to the dance? I looked around, pleased with my inspired idea. Then my throat went dry and my heart beat faster than a jackrabbit. Waving to me through the door's glass window was Alistair Wonderland! Chapter 2. Alistair's destined to be the next hero of Wonderland? Though he's always been a hero in my book. Maybe it's his sparkling blue eyes, or his stunning but approachable smile, or it could be how his hair is always stylish but mussed. But I think it's mainly because he's so brave and compassionate. Okay, so I have a bit of a crush on Alistair. From the first chapter we met, I could feel this intense energy in the air. The problem is, he seems to see me as only a friend. Like this one time before the evil queen arrived in Wonderland. Bunny, he said, tossing his hair. Are you doing anything this weekend? My heart started beating faster. No, I'm not. He's finally going to ask me out, I thought. Oh good, me neither. He wiped his brow in relief. Was he riddling me? Why in Wonderland didn't he just ask me out? I still haven't figured that one out. Well, now the shoe was on the other rabbit's foot. I was going to ask Alistair to the dance. All I needed was the perfect opportunity. Are you feeling all right, Bunny? Alistair asked. Huh? I looked up into those sparkling eyes. Just ask him. What if he says no? Wondered. I'd never be able to look at him again. Do I what? He leaned in. Do you like my shoes? Before he answered, I ran into the band room and slammed the door. Ugh! My destiny should be the white chicken instead of the white rabbit! Chapter 3. Fortunately, I was the first to arrive for practice. Just enough time to tune up my trumpet and regain my composure. I closed my eyes and started playing. That's spellbinding, Bunny. Melody Piper came in and got behind her DJ turntables and put on her headphones. You'd think the daughter of the Pied Piper would play a pipe. But Melody was more at home behind the decks. Then the rest of the band showed up. Raven Queen, Jillian Beanstalk, and Sparrow Hood. Raven sat behind the piano. She might be the daughter of the evil queen, but the only thing wicked about her was her wicked talent. I heard the Royal Student Council just announced something exciting, she said. Jillian plucked the strings on the golden harp given to her by her dad, Jack. Something about a dance where girls ask guys to go, right? All the girls better get in line now, sang Sparrow, shredding his guitar. We all know who Raven's going to ask, said Melody, ignoring the son of Robin Hood. Dexter Charming. He's so under your spell. We're just friends, Raven said, blushing. Even if I did ask him, it'd be wicked nerve-wracking. Yeah, I nervously chuckled. Imagine how embarrassing it would be if he said no. You guys, it's not like you're running from angry giant, chimed in Jillian. Maybe she was right. It was just a question, right? That settled it. I was going to ask Alistair to the dance, right after band practice. Chapter 4. Okay, so I didn't ask Alistair to the dance after practice, or after I finished my throne work, or any other time I saw him. By lunchtime, Wednesday, everyone was pairing up. Applewhite asked Daring Charming, Raven asked Dexter, Melody even asked Sparrow, though I'm pretty sure it's because she felt bad that nobody else asked him. I'm going to do it, I heard, as Gingerbread House marched over to Hopper. Hopper, you want to go to the dance with me? Hopper changed into a frog. I'd love to, sweet candy witch. That might sound like an insult, but Ginger just happens to be the next candy witch from Hansel and Gretel. Briar looked disappointed. I guess she wanted to go with Hopper. I didn't want to wind up like Briar. If I didn't ask Alistair out now, someone else would. Alistair, has anyone asked you to the dance? He looked up from his mirror frown. Weird. I just got a text message asking the same thing. I looked down at my pocket watch. Oh, look at the time. I'm going to be late for class. Alistair said something as I got up to leave, but I just had to hop out of there. Chapter 5. My feet moved, but I had no idea where I was going, and I didn't care. I just had to get away. I ducked into a dark room, shut the door, and started crying. All the time we've spent together, and he never asked me out. Why should I expect that he'd want to go to the dance with me? Still, I hoped he'd had feelings for me. Hello, a girl's voice called. Is someone here? The lights went on, and CA Cupid stepped into the room. Bunny, are you okay? Sorry, Cupid. I pulled out my handkerchief and dried my eyes. Not at all. Cupid smiled and helped me up. I was just finishing my mirror cast. I'd say you showed up in the right place at the right time. She let me into her studio. How can I help? There's something so trustworthy about Cupid. I opened up about how I've liked this boy for a long time, but wasn't sure he felt the same about me. I sighed. What if I ruin my friendship forever after? That's a chance you take with love, she advised. If he's worth it, take that chance. It's too late, I said. Someone else already asked him. Did he say yes? Cupid asked. I thought back. He never actually said he was going with anyone. I've got to go. Thanks, Cupid. Chapter 6. Alistair was worth the chance, and I was going to take it. I found him outside the chemistry lab. I wanted to run, but instead I said, Hey, Alistair. He jumped a bit. Bunny, I didn't see you. My heart started pounding. Are you going to the dance with anyone? He shrugged. No, I'm not. Oh, good. I blurted. I'm not going to the dance either. I took a breath. Actually, I was wondering if you wanted to go to the dance with me. Time stood still. Every second passed like an eternity. I wanted to take the words back. I'd blown it. No way he would want to go to a dance as... Yes, he said. I wanted to go with you. I couldn't imagine going with anyone else. My heart felt like it was floating. I was feeling the same way.